Yeah, I mean, in a transitionary, a market that we're in right now, I think it's really important, whether we're on the buy side or the seller side, I think it's really critical that we have a plan A and a plan B, right? And if we look at the seller side right now, for almost, 2.5, almost 3 years, right? You only needed a plan A, right? Pick a price that was reasonable, and things are probably going to work out. Let's, right? But now we're not exactly sure. So I think it's really important as a seller to have my plan A, but also know what my plan B is before I even get to the active status in the MLS. And I think it's important that I don't get stubborn in shifting from plan A to plan B, right? If I was going to take that example a little bit, that analogy, and morph it into a coach, right? I had my plan A. That was my first 15 scripted plays in the NFL. I get to halftime and I'm 10-0. I got to be willing to now implement plan B, right? Instead of just thinking that plan A is going to work better in the second half. So that's the key to me in the seller is first, as a seller, identifying plan A and plan B with your agent and knowing when that transition needs to take place, that switch from plan A to plan B. And for the buyers, I think it's equally important to have a plan A and a plan B, and for me, that looks more like, risk, questions of risk. So plan A might be highest price, waiving, with contingent, highest price that my buyer's willing to go for the home, but we're going to add in some inspection contingencies. And plan B might be, what does an offer look like that has the least amount of protections for you? Like what I'm trying to say is some buyers just don't want to waive inspections, and that's totally their prerogative. In fact, I feel good when I'm in that situation because they get a third party look at the house, right? So as an agent, we really want to help them identify plan A and plan B, kind of safe route if we're not in a competitive situation, or plan B, not as safe of a route because we're in the midst of competitive offers. And we want to identify that before we get in the situation.